Hi, Gary here. Angela Duckworth is a professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania. Now, she had observed her whole life watching students who weren't very talented but worked hard do better than students who were talented and didn't work hard. So she wanted to find out what is the role of effort in success. And so she came up with this profile for studying grit. And one of the first places she tried it out was at the United States Military Academy at West Point during their beast barracks, this difficult time in their first summer. And what she found was that those cadets that had the most grit made it through. And that was the biggest determination, not cognitive ability and all these other things. And so it's an interesting study, and we kind of know that if you work really hard, things will happen, it'll do well for you. But what today I want to talk about is, what do you need for financial grit? In other words, what do you need to succeed for the long term to be able to get the things that you want and build the wealth the way you want it, work in the jobs or in the profession that you want to work in? So I've come up with my top 10 principles of financial grit. The first one is telling yourself the truth about the value you deliver. Yeah, this is really important because many of us feel like, well, if the job is worth X, then that's what I'm worth. That's not necessarily true. So what is it that you really have that you give that's valuable to the world, and they'll pay you back that amount? Number two, setting a time aside to learn. You're entering the school of hard knocks. And in the school of hard knocks, you have to create your own learning environment and do the things necessary and take extra time every week to be able to get better at your craft. And it's got nothing to do with formal learning. It has to do with learning in that specific area you decided to pursue. Number three, persist in the face of financial failure. When you're out there doing the things you're doing and trying to pursue that career that you're attempting, you're going to run into financial failure, and grit comes into play here to continue down that road. Number four, accepting a lower amount of money for a future payoff. This is not unusual to be taking a pay in a job or a profession to do your time to get to the point where then there's a much bigger future payoff because of what had to take place in the learning and the other elements around that. And that's a longer-term view. Number five, always focus on your ultimate purpose. Peter Diamandis calls this your moonshot, or we can say, what's your purpose in life? What would you put her on earth to do? What is that? And focus on it, because that's where you're really all your passion and your desire and things that keep you moving and motivated moving along. Number six, never lose hope. Viktor Frankl, in his book Man's Search for Meaning, about Holocaust victims in these horrible camps, found that those who gave up hope died and those who didn't generally lived. And it's a big difference, never losing hope. Number seven, listen to your inner voice. Yeah, that thing that pops up and says, watch out, Gary, what you're doing here, because it doesn't seem right. Listen to it. Get in tune, be more intuitive about that, because it really points you in the right direction. Number eight, ignore the crowd. Most of the time the crowd is doing their thing, and most of the time the crowd goes with some kind of a current favorite thing that's happening out there, and not necessarily where you're going. Number nine, make hard choices even when the easy ones are so easy. Yeah, you see it just like, wow, this stuff is so easy to do it this way, but actually it won't get to where you want to go. In fact, it delays you, maybe puts you backwards. So make the hard choices when necessary to do that. And number 10, which is probably one of the most important ones, don't be a rugged individualist. This is a term I picked up from the strategic coach, Dan Sullivan, talks about, entrepreneurs who are rugged individuals trying to do it all on their own. We're much better together with other people helping us out. Ask for help. Constantly ask for help. It makes a huge difference. So I hope these are helpful to you. I know they are for me, and if you want to be successful and you want to build wealth and you want to have certain kinds of things happen going forward in your life, grit is one of the most important elements and principles of getting there. So until next time, enjoy.